The full story of the Mariana Trench, Earth's deepest abyss. The Mariana Trench isn't just a hole in the ocean floor. It is a scar on the Earth's crust, a window into our planet's interior and a realm of profound mystery and extreme life. Its story is billions of years in the making. The true story begins not in the ocean, but with the slow, inexorable dance of tectonic plates that shape our planet. The protagonists, the massive Pacific Plate and the smaller Mariana Plate. The action. The Pacific Plate is one of the largest tectonic plates on Earth. For over 180 million years, it has been moving westward at a rate roughly equal to the speed at which your fingernails grow. When it reaches the Mariana Plate, it doesn't crash into it head-on. Instead, it is forced to bend and dive beneath it in a process called subduction. The result? This subduction zone, where the Pacific Plate is pulled down into the Earth's hot mantle, creates a massive, deep gash in the seabed, the Mariana Trench. The deepest point within this trench is a small, valley-like depression known as the Challenger Deep. This process is ongoing. The Pacific Plate continues to subduct, making the trench a dynamic, ever-changing feature. Earthquakes are frequent here as the plates grind against each other, but they are so deep that they are rarely felt at the surface. For centuries, the deep ocean was a complete mystery. The first hint of the trench's existence came not from its depth, but from its surrounding geography. 1870s. The crew of the HMS Challenger, on a pioneering global oceanographic expedition, discovered the Mariana Trench almost by accident. While taking soundings, depth measurements in the Pacific, they found a remarkably deep area near the Mariana Islands. Using simple hemp ropes and lead weights, they recorded a depth of 4,175 fathoms, about 8,184 meters or 26,150 feet. They named this profound depth the Challenger Deep. 1951. The HMS Challenger 2 returned to the spot with more advanced echo-sounding technology. They confirmed the extreme depth and measured it at 10,900 meters, 35,160 feet, cementing its status as the deepest known point on Earth. Modern measurements. Using state-of-the-art multi-beam sonar, the most accurate depth measurement to date was made in 2010 by the Center for Coastal and Ocean Mapping. They calculated the depth of Challenger Deep at 10,194 meters, 36,070 feet, plus 40 meters. For context, if Mount Everest, 8,148 meters, were placed at the bottom of the trench, its peak would still be over 2,000 meters, over a mile, beneath the waves. Knowing its depth was one thing, visiting it was another. The pressure at the bottom is an almost unimaginable 1,086 bar, 15,950 psi, over 1,000 times the standard atmospheric pressure at sea level. It is equivalent to having 50 jumbo jets stacked on top of you. 1960. The first descent, Trieste. The vessel, a deep-sea submersible called the Trieste, a bathyscaphe designed by Auguste Piccard. It was essentially a heavy steel cruise sphere attached to a giant float filled with gasoline for buoyancy. The explorers, Swiss oceanographer Jacques Piccard, son of the designer, and U.S. Navy Lieutenant Don Walsh. The journey. On January 23, 1960, they made a 5-hour descent into the Challenger Deep. Their vessel groaned and cracked under the immense pressure. When they finally landed, they were surrounded by utter darkness. To their amazement, they saw a flatfish-like creature out the viewport, proving that complex life could exist even in such a hellish environment. They spent only 20 minutes on the bottom before beginning the 3-hour ascent. Their record stood unchallenged for 52 years. 2012, The Return, Deep Sea Challenger. The Explorer, film director James Cameron, Titanic, Avatar, a lifelong oceanography enthusiast. The vessel. He funded and co-designed a state-of-the-art vertically oriented submersible, the Deep Sea Challenger. The journey. On March 26, 2012, Cameron made a solo descent to Challenger Deep. His faster sub allowed for more time on the bottom, where he collected biological and geological samples and filmed the alien landscape with 3D cameras. He described the place as completely featureless and isolated, like being on another planet. 2019 present. A new era of exploration. Victor Vescovo, retired U.S. naval officer and explorer, piloted the submersible limiting factor to the bottom of Challenger Deep multiple times in 2019. His 5 Deeps expedition aimed to reach the deepest point in all 5 oceans. His team discovered at least 3 new species of marine life and, shockingly, a plastic bag and candy wrappers, proving that human pollution has reached the most remote place on Earth. The true story of the trench is also the story of its incredible inhabitants. Life here defies all expectations, thriving under impossible conditions. Extremophiles, microbes that consume chemicals like methane and sulfur spewed from hydrothermal vents, form the base of the food web, a process called chemosynthesis, unlike photosynthesis, which requires sunlight. Macrofauna. The animals here are adapted to the crushing pressure and eternal darkness. Pressure adaptation. Their bodies are flexible and lack air-filled cavities like swim bladders, which would be instantly crushed. Food scarcity. Many are scavengers, with slow metabolisms, waiting for the rare marine snow, organic debris falling from above, or a large carcass to drift down. Bioluminescence. In the perpetual night, many creatures create their own light to attract prey, mates, or confuse predators. Iconic species. The Pseudoliparis swirei, Mariana snailfish, a small, pale, gelatinous fish filmed at depths of 8,000 plus meters, is the deepest dwelling fish ever recorded. Other residents include giant amoebas, xenophyophores, amphipods, supersized deep-sea shrimp, and abyssal sea cucumbers. The Mariana Trench is now recognized as a U.S. national monument, protecting its unique ecosystems. However, it faces modern threats. Pollution. Explorers have found microplastics and toxic chemicals like PCBs and crustaceans from the trench, absorbed from the polluted ocean above. Climate change. Changes in ocean chemistry, acidification, and temperature could disrupt the delicate deep-sea food cycles we are only beginning to understand. Potential mining. The surrounding seabed contains valuable rare earth elements and minerals, making it a potential target for future deep-sea mining, a prospect that alarms scientists due to the unknown ecological consequences. The true story of the Mariana Trench is still being written. It is a place of sublime extremes, a testament to the violent forces that shape our world and the tenacious power of life. It is a reminder that we know more about the surface of the moon than we do about the deepest parts of our own ocean. It remains the planet's last great frontier, a place of darkness, pressure, and breathtaking mystery, holding secrets we have only just begun to uncover.